Coming to you from the DTC. Our community now presents Permission to Game with Evan McKenna and Aaron Wood. And now your host, Aaron Wood.
Just give me a second.
Just a second here.
All right, hold on. Let me put
We're
this
live,
on
man. We're live. We
mute
got to do
or
this.
whatever.
We got to do this.
Wow. Okay, so this is a great lead-in to today's episode because we're talking mobile games that don't suck.
Mobile games. That's right.
I hate mobile games for the most part, but we're
I'm
going to
on the
cover
same
some
boat
that
with
don't
you.
suck.
Right.
But first off, if you enjoy what we're doing, and if you hate it especially, hit that bell, hit that subscribe, that favorite, whatever. Give us a thumbs up, give us a thumbs down, give us a crappy comment.
Yep.
If you love what we're doing, be sure to follow us. We're on Facebook. We're on ourcommunitynow.com. We're on YouTube.
Yeah, Instagram as well.
On Instagram
Yeah.
as well. I've never really used Instagram. I looked at my account, like the most recent picture I posted was probably like 6 years ago. So I don't know. I'm trying to brush up my Insta game. Is that what the kids say? Instagame?
I have no clue what they say these days. We did some sort of video about that, by the way. You can check it
I'll
out
have
on
to
our
check that
community
out.
now.
But anyway, so today's episode, big thank you again to our studio sponsor, Colorado Ranch Market. These peeps got a grand opening coming up December 14th in Colorado Springs.
What day is that?
December
That's Saturday,
14th.
right? That's this Saturday, right?
Date versus day. Is that
Day,
a
yeah,
Saturday?
day. So it's this Saturday.
It's this Saturday. So
Yep.
we're going to get this episode out super quick. But either way, if you're not there for the grand opening and you're still checking out this episode, be sure to throw Colorado Ranch Market some love. But for the grand opening, they're doing something that's really cool.
This is
especially-
pretty sweet.
Especially for us gamer
Yeah.
dads. Two things. You could win some food. Produce.
I mean,
whatever.
that works great on a budget because that's
Boring.
definitely what we are at times.
Okay, but here's the cool thing. You could also win an Oculus VR headset. So
Boom. That's where it's
that's the baller prize right there. But either way, check them out. They're online at coloradoranchmarket.com. They've also got a location down in Colorado Springs at 3333 North Academy Boulevard. 3333 North Academy Boulevard.
That's a lot of threes.
Head over there, check it out. I mean, they got the grand opening, but either way, they're going to be open after December 14th. They got a contest going on. You could get free produce for a year or Oculus VR headset.
Go for the or.
Big ups to that. So
Yep.
check them out. Next up, big shout out to my swag sponsor, Level 7 Games. I'm rocking their...
Isn't that dope? That
This-
is like
so-
old school Broncos mixed with Mario.
So we're in Denver, so of course everything can be turned into Broncos.
Oh, yeah,
right?
everything.
We've got a freaking Bronco at the airport.
We got like the Bronco Colorado flag. We've got-
Everything.
don't even mention
Right.
the airport thing. That's just another question.
Blucifer is
Yeah,
the
that's
name,
that's
but-
nothing in relation to
Either
our
way,
Broncos.
big shout out to my guy John, gamer dad himself. He's got 3 locations, Level 7 Games in Denver, Alameda, Kipling, and where the heck is the other one? Federal. It's on Federal Boulevard. But check them out. They actually, starting today, they've got 12 days of Christmas.
12 days.
Buy one, get one half off. I think I screwed this up 3 times already.
So it's what, 24 games for 12 days?
No, every
No.
day until Christmas.
Yeah, buy one, get
12
one.
days of Christmas. Do the
So you
math.
get, yeah,
From the
12
12th
plus
to
4
the- you can
times
buy
2
as many games
times
as you want.
20. Yeah, you're
I don't
right.
know. But it's buy one, get one half off on all their used games under $59. And the cool thing about these guys, they've got everything. I mean, not just the new stuff, Xbox One, PS4, Switch, but they've got literally like Nintendo, Super Nintendo. They just posted a big trade they got. Sega Master System.
Really?
Or Mega Drive. Or
That's
what,
really
I mean,
cool,
like
actually.
totally old school Sega haul is what they got. So super cool stuff. Show them some love. They treat me to my wardrobe here. I mean, I'm not the stylish guy like you. with
This is not stylish.
banana
at all.
shirt.
This is Banana Man.
Like-
I like this shirt. It's a lot of fun. It's a little cold because it's wintertime
Like
right
what
now.
the heck
But
though? I mean, this tight banana shirt. Where do
It's-
you get this?
it's the wannabe young dad banana
Okay.
slim fit.
So want to be young dads? I
Yeah.
mean, of course. That's
Right.
that's what we're doing here.
The wife
Gamer
liked it.
dads.
That's what matters.
Hey, it's all good. You know what?
But next time,
that's
I
going
want
to be good for our rant episode. So this episode, we're going to talk mobile games that don't suck. But I think I got some good stuff for the rant episode.
That'll be good.
The wife likes it. I think that
The
should
wife
be
likes it,
the
and
title
video
of it.
games.
So I mean, how do you feel about mobile games?
So mobile games to me, I could never get into them. To me, I had purposes for the devices I had. You know, I had my systems, I had my computer. The phone was for work, for
Right.
social media.
Oh.
The idea of using it for games, because up until recently, it's been terrible.
Come on, dude. You're telling me you use your phone straight up for work?
No.
Yeah,
Not at all.
you know it's a time suck, right?
Right.
Do you remember like when your cell phone first had like Snake on it or something.
Yeah, I did play that all the
I
time.
mean, bathroom trips. I mean, a poop used to take 15 minutes. Now it's like 45.
45
because
at
now
least,
you
yeah.
got a game to play on your phone.
Especially when
But
that snake's going really,
it was
really long.
like Snake, and then I think there was like a Tetris or Columns type game. But that was about it. But then what I noticed is, as you know, you get iPhones, and I brought my Android phone. So Rochelle, let Joel know I borrowed his phone today. So thank you, son, for letting me do that. He was a bit concerned. Where's my phone? I'm borrowing it for a podcast. Okay, we got stuff to cover.
He's in school. He doesn't need his phone.
Right. No, that's another topic. You know,
Yeah.
as kids get older, I mean, they let them bring phones to like middle school and high school and stuff, and
then they get in
just
trouble,
gets
and we
weird.
wonder why.
And they're playing Fortnite and crap like that. But the thing that I've seen as you know, smartphones came out and you got Androids and iPhones and stuff, the games suck.
Oh,
I mean,
terrible. Absolutely terrible.
It's like pay to play. You might download a free game, but then you have to pay for coins or sparks or
Anything else you
some
wanna do.
BS type item to help you progress in the game. And the other side,
Or
too,
it's slammed with ads to the point where you don't even
that's
want to play.
exactly what I was going to say. So this is like the gamer dad thing here is like, I don't want my kids bombarded with a bunch of ads while they're playing a game because they're just looking for some way to spend a little time and have fun on their phone. What I do with my kids, we like try to wind down in the evening, and we have relaxed time for like an hour where they just quietly kind of play by themselves.
That's a great idea, actually.
Before bed, just to kind of cool down. But a lot of their time is spent on a phone or tablet at that time, either maybe watching Netflix or playing a game or something. And the cool thing is, I've got two kids pretty close in age. They're like a year and a half apart. So a lot of times they'll play together. Like one will be playing a game, the other will be playing the same game, and they'll be talking about what's happening in that game. But what I've done, especially over the past couple of years as they've gotten older, is really taken a look into the types of games that they're playing and what options are actually out there to, one, avoid ads. I can't stand ads, and avoid in-app and in-game purchases. Because I think both of those things are what inherently makes mobile games suck. Am I right?
Absolutely.
And I don't want my kids jamming with that. So I brought a few things in with me today. I've got my iPhone. You've got your
my
iPhone.
iPhone, too.
I'm all Apple all day long. Apple all the way.
It just runs
But
better.
It runs better. I think it's got a more controlled interface, especially when it comes to gaming. I feel the parent controls, and maybe I'm wrong because I haven't spent enough time with Android, but I think the parent controls on it are a lot more manageable. Android, things can get a little out of hand. I think the other thing too, the App Store has a bit more of a strict vetting process. would
Yeah,
you
true.
say?
It's a lot harder to get into the App Store.
It's totally a lot harder. So I feel like initially the quality of everything presented on the App Store is better. That doesn't mean that there's not crap, right? I mean, there's still
There's things that I've
garbage
downloaded.
games.
I'm like, what in the world?
Mostly anything that has free next to it. And here's the deal. I'm not going to cover free. Like there's some games that are free that are okay, but there's a few subscriptions and a few games that are actually, I think, worth the purchase. So one that I'm going to get into, and this is a pretty new thing, is on Apple. They launched Apple Arcade.
Yeah.
And this was back in November. Apple Arcade came out with a big release. And the nice thing about Apple Arcade is you pay a monthly subscription, but then you get access to legit games. Some of these games normally would cost maybe $5 to $10. I've seen a couple of games get up to like $20 for an iOS game. But it's a real game. It's like a decent game that you can actually play.
Well, who actually kind of started that idea? Because Apple's definitely not the first to jump into the whole gaming subscription.
No. What are you telling me? My producer has something to tell me here. Yeah. So anyway, he likes to send me useful tips in my ears. Sometimes it's kind of soothing and enjoyable, and
Silky.
other times what
It's
he does
velvety.
just completely distracts me from what I'm trying to talk about. But it's okay. We love you, Josh. Josh Hammerling, my super awesome producer.
So this
here.
idea of paying one subscription and you have access to a multitude of games,
Honestly,
where did
I
that
don't-
come from?
I don't know.
Like, a lot of people have
there's
been
like
trying
Steam
things
and
at it.
stuff. Like you can get
Very
stuff
true.
from Steam, and was it Nvidia or something had the little gamer Steam box?
Well,
or
and
whatever?
Xbox is doing it now too with their whole Game Pass Ultimate.
Yeah.
I mean, it's totally worth it. It's changing, and that's what I want to rant on that. That's changing the way we play games.
Well,
period.
that's the thing is like people see it like if I watch movies and TV on a paper subscription type basis, like Netflix.
Why
right?
can't I play my games?
Why can't I play my games? You know, or even you have Hulu, you pay for that subscription. There's a few ads here and there, but you get to watch your show. Why can't I do the same thing for games?
Absolutely.
And actually, man, I wish I would have found a picture of this when I was a child. And this is going to be great. I got some buddies in Spokane that'll love this. Back in my day, I had this device.
Which was a Wednesday, by the way.
It was a Wednesday. Back in my day, on a Wednesday, in the small town of South Bend, Indiana, in my youth, I had this device on my Sega Genesis, and it was called Sega TV.
I remember that.
Do you?
Yep.
So, okay. Did you have it?
I didn't have it. My
Okay.
buddy did. He was the Sega guy.
This
I was the
thing
PlayStation
was
Nintendo
like
guy.
100 years ahead of its time. So for those of you that don't know, and I'll find a link to it to include with our video and maybe put in the comments, it was this big honking device.
Oh, yeah.
And it plugged into the top of your Sega Genesis, and the cable line ran into it. And it worked sort of like how pay-per-view movies were. Like you'd pay for the movie and then it would unlock and send it to your cable box or whatever. But this thing worked. It was a collection, a library of Sega Genesis games. You paid a monthly subscription to the cable company, and you could access these games. There was like a little download or something with each one. I think what it would do is load it to this big honking device. It was like a ROM cartridge, right?
Yeah.
Big honking device. And I mean, dude, this was like 96 maybe. I don't know.
Way ahead of its
I think
time.
I was like in elementary school or maybe 6th grade. I'm not sure. But that came and went and just disappeared.
No, absolutely.
And then it was never a thing since. And so I've always liked this idea of my games coming from the cloud or something, or this access to a library of games. And that's the cool thing that like Apple Arcade has done is it's given people a monthly subscription access to a bunch of games that are actually pretty cool.
So what's the first game you got here?
This one here is called Sneaky Sasquatch. I don't know if you can see that or not, but we'll put it up there. My kids love this, and I love it.
So again, I'm new to the whole mobile gaming thing because
Okay.
I've been resistant, but I went and checked this out. This is a fun game. Holy smokes.
It's so cool, and like, it's like Metal Gear Solid Sasquatch adventures, and literally fun for all ages. I guarantee, because like my
you know what it
kids
reminds
love
me
it.
of?
What is
It reminds me of the Unnamed Goose Game.
I love the
in the
Unnamed
sense
Goose-
that it's
the
very
Untitled
flat.
Goose Game.
Yeah, the Untitled
Yeah.
Goose Game. It's very flat. It's paper space, but it's also fun, and you're sneaking around. You got to
yeah.
do little stuff because you are the Sasquatch.
You're the Sasquatch.
Love it.
You're in a campground. I think especially for us in Colorado,
the Rangers are trying to get you.
there's Bigfoot sightings. You know,
Yep.
I mean, Bigfoot's real, right?
Absolutely.
Maybe that should be
that's what we tell our
episode.
kids.
We
at
can
least.
talk Bigfoot, but I'm a firm believer Bigfoot is real, kids. So, but Sneaky Sasquatch, you get to be Bigfoot or Sasquatch.
Yep.
I don't know if there's a unique difference between a Bigfoot and a Sasquatch.
Parts of the country, I
but this
believe.
this is the kind of quality of games you get with the Apple Arcade subscription. It's
Oh,
$4.99
absolutely.
a month, and a game like this. You know, you figure maybe it's $5 to download this game and have it forever. But the cool thing is, kids and yourself can play this. There's no ads. You're not going to spend money in this game to get better at the game or
Right.
progress.
You kind of collect things and you use that
collect
to make
things.
money in the game.
And the save that I have, my son has been playing it because everything's shared like with the cloud and stuff. So he's been playing on this save. And Sasquatch has like a hat. He's got an outfit. So
Yep.
he's really got his sneak
It,
on.
it helps you hide a little
He's
bit more.
super sneaky.
It's so that you can get closer to the Rangers without them catching
he
you.
was like at one point the Sasquatch got a car and he's like driving around in an automobile of sorts, just like hooning it up in this campground. It's nuts. But the cool thing is, so I mean, with just your phone, and here's the other part about the Apple Arcade: you can play on your iPhone, you can play on an iPad, and if you have Apple TV, you can also play the same game on the Apple TV, and it scales everything between the screens, and it looks cool. The other thing too, and I brought these in. You may have heard me mention SteelSeries
Yep.
in our Xbox and a little bit in our Switch accessories. I have had these bad boys since like 2015
Holy
or
smokes.
something. I got them when I first got the newer gen Apple TV that supported controllers.
These are
And
interesting.
they are about the shape, kind of an Xbox controller. The button arrangement's a little different, like where the sticks are in that.
Yeah, here's a rant argument. Controller configuration. Xbox or PlayStation?
Xbox all day.
Right, we can talk about that.
We'll have to do that. Like, what's your favorite controller? But this one is cool. So it's Bluetooth, but this was made specifically for Apple. It's the SteelSeries Nimbus. I think that's what it is. Nimbus controller or Nimbus 3. I don't know if it has a number, but SteelSeries Nimbus controller. It charges with a Lightning cable. It's got Bluetooth. You compare it to an Android phone. You compare it
these were
to
sold
an
directly
iPhone.
through Apple. That's right.
These were sold directly through Apple. Actually, one of these I bought with Disney Infinity set.
Oh, nice.
That was like one of the first like gaming things that we got that was connected with the Apple TV, which unfortunately Disney discontinued that after we invested in all those little characters and stuff that we put on there. But anyway,
Well, when it's terrible, you can't support it.
the cool thing about the controllers is you can play on your phone or your iPad and just touch the screen and stuff, or you can use the controllers and play Sneaky Sasquatch,
Yep.
like that, and actually control them with the controllers. All the buttons are mapped and everything, so you don't really have to think. You just press the Bluetooth button and it gets you all connected. A couple other games too that I really like with the Apple Arcade are Oceanhorn 2.
So this is interesting. This is an interesting game.
So I'm a huge Legend of Zelda fan.
Absolutely.
Like, I love that style of it's sort of more of a hack and slash RPG type game, more action adventure oriented rather than the party style game. But Oceanhorn 2 is super cool because it took in Oceanhorn 1 this like adventure, like top-down Legend of Zelda style,
Right.
and really expanded it to give it better graphics. I'd say, if anything, it's a little bit more comparable to the art style of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Well, the fidelity of it is almost better than what they've put out with Breath of the Wild. I would argue
Almost,
that it's
yeah.
almost better.
And the gameplay is like literally engaging, and there's actually a story to it.
It's 20 hours worth of story.
It's
20
really
hours.
cool. And this is one. So depending on the age of your kids, I mean, if you got older kids, especially ones that can read well, this is going to be an engaging game for them. But for the dads,
Oh, yeah.
this is a fun game to play. And the cool thing, again, too, because it's Apple Arcade, you can play it on your phone. You can play it with the controller. There we go, throwing it around again. You can play it with the controller. You can play it on your Apple TV if you have that, or an iPad, whatever. I think you can also play it too on if you have a MacBook. You can play it on that as well too. So
Well, it depends on the device. They're starting to bring out more stuff for the MacBook, but due to
yeah.
Yeah.
And then another one that I really like is Skate City.
so this one threw me back to my
Dude,
days of Tony Hawk
I love
rocking it up
Tony
on
Hawk.
PlayStation.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 was my
Oh
jam.
my gosh.
Literally, I have a Spotify playlist I found. Somebody put together all of the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 songs into like a bootleg Spotify playlist soundtrack, right? But Skate City is cool. It's like a side scroller, so it's
really cool how they've done the side scroll.
yeah, it's not going to like beat you up, but it's still going to give you that fun of like playing a skate simulator, right?
Yeah.
And to me, I was like, I always had skateboards, but I was trash at skateboarding. Like, dude, I
broke both
I
my arms
couldn't
doing it.
ollie. I couldn't do anything on that thing. I could stand on it and I could go forward, right? You broke your arm? Both
arms skateboarding, yep.
All at the same time? Like,
No,
were you
it
in,
was
like, a
one
double
summer and
cast?
then the next summer, and I was in for 2 years. I was in a
Well,
cast.
you know what, dude? I
was
got to give it
terrible.
to you because you at least kept going to the next summer.
Oh, after the second one, I was done.
I was more into BMX because I just felt like I had more control with the handlebars and stuff. But all
Oh,
the
that
like,
reminds me of Dave Mira.
Dave
Did you play
Mirra?
Dave Mira?
Yeah, I played
Oh,
Dave
loved
Mira.
it.
Dude, of course.
Yep.
I mean, we were like gamers in the 90s. So, I mean, skateboard, BMX, simulator, whatever type games.
Skate or Die.
Skate or Die.
Oh my gosh,
God.
on the original NES.
And then, like, my first was, I think it was California Games. I first played on a Commodore 64, and it had the half pipe you could do. There was also foot bag, which I remember. I mean, we called that hacky sack,
Yeah.
right? But it was foot bag
Yeah.
or whatever in
Foot bags.
California Games. But they had that like half pipe deal, and I think they had a surfing tournament too. But whatever, man. Well, man, I feel like we're like a couple old guys from Pepperidge Farm sitting on a porch and rocking chairs, just drinking a lemonade and having some tomato soup and a grilled cheese sandwich. Well, back in my day when we played California Games on the Commodore 64, which they actually made a Commodore 64 mini. My gosh,
They have the mini.
I need to get off these like
That's a
freaking
rough
rabbit
one.
trails. Otherwise, we're
Rough
never
one to
gonna never gonna cover anything.
So
this.
with the Skate City, that one I'm actually really excited to play. Really excited
Well, play
to play.
the dang thing already. And the cool thing with Apple Arcade, I know you get like a free trial usually.
Yeah,
I
for
think-
what,
I
1
don't-
month?
A month, and that's $4.99 a month. The other one, I got a couple other here. So On Android, if you're rocking Android, and so I've got a little bit of both in my house, but there are
Trader.
no, it's all right. They're cheap devices to
They
hand
are,
out
that
to
is
the kids.
nice.
But with Android, they've got the Google Play Pass, which is kind of like Apple Arcade, but it really just, for the same type of monthly subscription, gives you and up to 6 members of your family, so you can have 6 different devices signed in and associated to your Google like Play Store family, can download any game that has the Play Pass logo next to it. And literally, like one of these games, for example, is Stardew Valley.
So that one's interesting.
That's like a $14 game on every store you go to, whether it's like Nintendo Switch, Xbox, or I don't know if it's on PlayStation. But
I know it's on the Switch because I've seen it there, and I've
it's
watched
like
reviews on
$14,
it.
maybe 12 on sale. I
Well,
saw it in
nothing's
the
on
Play
sale on
Store.
Switch. What are you talking about?
Sometimes.
Maybe if it's an indie game. But
We'll have to
anything-
cover this, but
anything
sometimes
Nintendo
on the
is
Switch,
never on sale.
There's these games that'll be like $1.99 and then they're 90% off, and so they're like 5 cents or something.
I
People
gotta talk
download
about
them, they're
that
like
at the end.
trash. But anyway, but on the Play Store, I noticed Stardew Valley was like a $12 or $14 game, but with the Google Play Pass. For the monthly subscription, you have access to it, and access to a bunch of other games as well too. So another good option if you want to get good quality ad-free gaming for your kids. And then finally, the final roundabout that I like to cover.
So hold on real quick. The nice thing about Stardew Valley is that it's a grinding game. You can literally just pull it out when you have nothing to do.
Is it like a
when
it's
you're
like a
sitting on the
farming
toilet?
simulator
Yeah,
type?
yeah, but it's like what 16-bit,
When you're on the
8-bit.
toilet.
It's got your 8-bit kind of graphics.
Yeah.
It's a nice callback, but the dynamics are really easy. The gameplay is really simple and intuitive. It's a lot of fun.
Not a time suck commitment, but
No.
still something you can continue
Pick
to
it up
play
and go,
on
put it down. You
and
can have
fun
100
with.
hours into this game and,
Totally.
and still enjoy it.
The final one, though, this might be interesting, and I don't think many people without kids even know these games exist, but the Toca Life, Toca Boca games. Are you familiar?
See, I'm not familiar with those.
So you missed this. So because I think your kid's a little older and then younger than the age range that Toca Boca falls into.
Yeah.
But these Toca Boca games, these are great for like maybe around 5 years old and a little younger. They're games that have 0 point whatsoever.
Zero.
Like there's one, it's like Toca Pets, Toca Farm, Toca Stable, Toca Neighborhood. There was one like Toca Hairstyler where like kids just, it's like Wooly Willy. Do you remember Wooly
I remember
Willy?
Wooly Willy. Every time you shave him, it would grow
But it's like a
back.
digital version of that. But with the Toca Boca, they have this Toca World that kind of groups all the games together. And again, they're no ads. They're just these little. I mean, if you think about like Stardew Valley, but for younger kids, where you can just sit and do nothing, but just have fun. Like there's coloring, there's playing.
That's what my kid does with Breath of the Wild. He
dude, they
just
have
runs
one-
around and does nothing.
They
I'm
have
like,
one
come on,
Toca
man.
Office. It's like an office simulator for children. But it's pretty cool. Like I got here like Toca Life Pets. There's a variety of other things. Toca Stables, one my daughter loves. You just
Oh,
have
my
these
goodness.
cartoon horses and crap. And it's got this. You remember Pop Tropica and like Club Penguin? And
Hold on. This looks like those maps that you lay on the mats you lay on the floor and you drive your car around.
It does.
It does look like that.
It's
That
got
looks
this
actually kinda cool.
cartoony, like real. I don't know, real easygoing layout to it. There's no reading. You know, it's for younger kids.
Does
but
it talk to him?
It doesn't talk. I think it makes noises and stuff.
You have
but
to drag and drop your
It's
person?
literally like paper dolls or something,
That's
or like
kinda-
a little playhouse.
You just made him go to
put
the
that kid on
bathroom.
the toilet, you know. But it's just fun stuff. Like my kids, I would always hear them giggling and stuff. I'm like, "What are you guys doing?" They're like, "Oh, I put the horse on the toilet in Toca Stable." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." But it's one of those things. Is like it doesn't suck.
No.
you know, it's not a garbage mobile game. It's something that, you know, on a long car ride, hotel stays. You know, I mean, recently we were like snowed in like a really small town in Colorado and could not go anywhere because some people were like, "Oh, why don't you let the kids play outside and stuff like that?" But what happens when the kids can't play outside? You know,
True.
It's like a snowy day and you're like trapped in the middle of nowhere. It's like you can only make so many paper craft things, right, before your closets start exploding with paper crafts.
My kid's closet's exploding with a whole lot more than paper crafts.
Oh my gosh.
He decided he's gonna do his own laundry now. So I'm like, cool, you're doing your own laundry.
Dude, you're brave.
And then when he's like, Dad, I don't have any underwear, I'm like, guess you're wearing dirty underwear.
What's that smell? Well, I did my own laundry. Did you do your underwear? Did you clean your underwear?
It's on
Did you
him
clean
now.
your? Is he doing your laundry?
No,
Is that why you're wearing the banana shirt?
Hey.
I'm just giving you crap, man. It's okay.
No, he wants to do it.
You know what
I'm
we
gonna
should
let
do?
him
We should
learn.
do a
He's gonna learn how
contest
do
to
it.
win Evan's banana shirt.
My banana shirt. Well,
If
I
we
don't want to
get-
give up my banana
If we
shirt.
get 100 likes on this video, we're gonna pick one of our lucky fans to win Evan's banana shirt.
We're gonna mail this
Hand
out.
delivered.
I'm gonna make sure that it's not even gonna be washed.
gosh.
It's gonna be
No,
stinky.
no, have your
You're
son
gonna-
wash it.
Oh, dude, there you go.
Have your son wash your
My kid
banana
can
shirt.
learn. Ooh, have him iron it too. Might have some spots, some burn
nice.
spots
That
when
would
you
be
get
awesome. Burnt banana. so I mean,
it. They're basically trying to get me to get rid of it.
no, don't ever get rid of that. So I mean, mobile games.
Well, so here's the real question.
games.
At the end of the day, you
What do
got
you think?
so many options when it comes to games out there. You
Yeah.
can pay for Apple Arcade. You can pay for the Google Play. You got Xbox. You got PlayStation subscriptions. You got your Switch because that's mobile.
Yeah. Oh, and Xbox, hang with us. In a couple episodes, I'm going to demo Project xCloud, which is Xbox preview to their cloud streaming. So
They're alternative to mobile gaming
in
a
this,
sense.
this looks sweet.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. I don't know when it's actually going to launch, but I've got a preview version of it, and they have a collection of games they're going to be adding more games too. But one in particular, like Gears of War 5. You can stream from the cloud, and a lot of reviews that I've seen, I haven't tried Google Stadia, but a lot of other reviewers that have tried Google Stadia and Project xCloud have said that Project xCloud was better than Google
Because you
Stadia.
can actually access all 3,000 some odd
Oh my gosh.
Xbox
The
games.
library's huge. Like
instead
I've
of
said,
30
I mean, there's
that
no
don't
better
work.
time to be like an Xbox gamer just because of the library. But in a couple episodes, we'll cover Project xCloud. That's like mobile gaming advanced,
Right.
I think. So because that's getting a little hefty where
You have to have a controller to play effectively.
You'll have a controller, and they even sell a phone holder that attaches to your controller. And so it gets pretty intense. Oh, and the final one, I almost forgot about this. For the dads, this is like not for the kids. This is for the dads. Mobile games that don't suck. PUBG. Have you played PUBG Mobile? Sit up, son.
No,
What
I
do
have
you-
not
come
played
on.
PUBG Mobile because I refuse to play PUBG.
Why do
I
you
can't get
refuse to
into
play
it.
PUBG?
I tried it. I didn't get past the stage where you're running around in your underwear because you can't figure out how to put clothes on.
That's
like,
the best part.
no.
That's survival,
No,
man.
I'd rather play, and I regret saying this, Fortnite over
Oh,
PUBG.
good lord.
It's the same thing.
No.
It's the same thing.
Oh, God bless you.
That's a
Evan.
rant in itself. But
I hate Fortnite. Dude, I will not waver from that. I hate Fortnite with a passion. But PUBG, that was one. I literally got a win. Dude,
All from your phone?
I got a chicken dinner
my
on
phone
my
out.
phone without a controller even, bro. I don't even know how. I figured it's just because all the other mobile players are trash and don't know what they're doing. And I've played it on Xbox, and it's
hard.
It's difficult, man. I mean, there have been times my heart rate is just like through the roof. I'm sweating, pitting it out, trying to play that game, and then I'm getting the top 10, and then that circle starts coming in on you, and you're like dead. And then get teabagged on and then go. But I thought for the dads, I mean, I was going to throw that in there, like PUBG Mobile. I mean, check it out.
It's
I mean,
a good one.
Dude, it's fun, but it's intense.
It is. It's really
literally-
intense.
It's the same gameplay experience that you would have on PC or console.
Yep.
Really.
Well, if you're into racing too, there's tons of great racing sims out there now. I mean, the whole Need for Speed franchise has stuff. Asphalt has stuff.
Oh yeah,
And
the
I'm sure-
Asphalt series was always a good one too. We had the Asphalt games on Apple TV, and then now with Apple Arcade. I mean,
It's all
I
there.
don't know, is it Asphalt 5 or 8?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what number it's gotten to now, but it's a fun game.
Yeah, it's also on Switch too. So there you go. More
Very
mobile.
cool. And the ultimate, obviously, mobile gaming experience is Switch, but really covering mobile games in their true format, where it's like I already have an iPhone, I might have an old Android phone or something. You're at the school assembly or waiting for conferences, or the kids are in the backseat going nuts. You can toss them the phone and just say, hey, play Sneaky Sasquatch.
Oh, I thought it was for
or
me
something.
during the school conferences.
And then for you
That
as
way,
well too.
yeah.
So when you're at the Christmas program and they're hitting the C sharps or
Honey,
whatever,
I've got to use the restroom.
stay out of the restroom. You can just play it right here. You can look like, I'm working on a spreadsheet, and you're actually just like sneaking around a campground as Bigfoot. And or-
I literally want to get Apple Arcade just for that game.
I think you need to. But anyway, I mean, if you guys liked what we did, if you
That's
hate
cool
what
too.
we did, drop us a comment. Let me know. What are your favorite mobile games to play? Do you think mobile games still suck regardless, and you'll just steer clear of it? But I think there are a few, with exceptions, mobile games that do not suck.
Smash that bell.
Smash
Press
the bell,
that like,
hit the
subscription
like, give us
while
a
you're on the
thumbs
way
up,
down.
Share us. And the other thing, too, we're creating a Permission to Game Gamer Dad group to continue the conversations more offline of these videos. So be sure to join that.
Well, see you guys on the next episode.
Yeah, I'm Aaron.
I'm Evan.
Peace out.
See you guys.
Permission to Game has been brought to you by Our Community Now. For the latest and things to do in your area and news that feels good, go to ourcommunitynow.com.